Alright, guys, welcome back to my show. It's Friday, so plan is to do some practice in the opening, and so maybe a couple of blitz games on Lichess and figure out how to, figure out what opening are we supposed to work today. So let's see. Let's play. Oops. Interesting. Doors. Oh my goodness. What's my opponent doing? Interesting. Okay, let's take this one. Make sure that oh man, trap my queen. Not cool. Oh well. Okay. I can just take this pawn. Okay. What else can I do? Okay. Trying to exchange pieces. And we're up by many points. So we'll see if we have the Philidors. E4, D6, E4, E5, knight after D6. Okay. Let's hang the knight. Hopefully I don't stalemate this one. Okay, rematch. Okay, no, doesn't want a rematch. Alright, let's look at this Philidor. I'm gonna open our Chessbase. So this is what I do. I play blitz games and check if I have the file on like opening Repertoire or, for example, Philidor. Here, play my game. If I don't, then I'm gonna start working on it. If I have, then maybe we can play another game. Let's see. E4. E5. F4. Play F4. What? I don't play the King's Gambit. No, I have to change to Chessbase. To change the screen. Okay. Oh, there we go. Let's see. I thought I have. Yeah. Okay. D4. Supposed to take, but my opponent didn't take. Played F6, but looks like I have some opening or part on Philly doors. Let's see. Okay, F6 is horrible. He takes D4. He takes D4. F6. Let's just see one line here. Bishop here. Bishop F4. Cancel. And D2. C6. Cancel. B5. 3. 4. 3 here. G4. C6. Oh, interesting. So I'm just going to be down a piece. Takes. Here. So disconnected, similar position where I discuss, what do you call it? I think it was strategical last Tuesday, where I discussed the exchanges of rook and a pawn against two minor pieces. Here, yeah, I have the rook, so I need some file, but I have a D file, whereas black's knight and bishop doesn't have good outpost, so 5, yeah. So that's the reason maybe white is okay playing this line right here. B3, rook A8, and F4, takes here, right here, takes. Oh, check. Then bishop D3, then bishop B5, knight takes. Okay, this is just winning, right? Yeah, this is just winning. Just wondering, why not? Okay, so why not? Because if bishop goes here, white just takes. Then if the queen takes, then takes there. Okay. All right. So far, so good. We have this line. We have this line against Philidor. So anyone there on chat who wants to recommend something? If not, okay, I'm gonna get the book. Maybe we can start working on a martial attack. For black. Let's see. let's look at the main line of the martial attack. E5. Trying to open my database for E5. Keys one open. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Change this one to okay, word. This one, okay. All right, let's start mapping out the martial attack. Starts with E4, E5. Here, here, here. Okay, now D5. So the idea of martial attack is for black to sacrifice a pawn temporarily. In exchange, the trade-off is quick development for black, and black can start making threats against white's king. So rook takes 3. So according to the author, quote, Grandmaster Kaufman says, this is considered to be the main line now. The idea is that later, rook e4. Okay. So the idea is after later white can play rook e4 and the rook on e4 is defended by the d3 pawn. Statistically, d3 at least has a plus score for white, which d4 can't even claim. Because in other lines, white plays d4. So here, we're gonna look at when white plays d3. So this is a better line for white than d4. All right. So I think I was able to find the model game. So the model game is a game between the French Grandmaster Maxime Vachier-Lagrave and the Armenian Grandmaster Levon Aronian. In Sharjah, this game happened in Sharjah. I don't know where that is. Someone tell me. And it was on year 2017. Okay, I'm gonna gonna save this one. Remember, guys, when you're working on Chessbase, don't forget to save your game from time to time, so you don't lose any. Your work. Vashi Legrav M. Roman Levon Sharha 17. Seven. Alright, let's go. So d3, bishop d6, e1, bishop f5, exclamation mark. The highlights of the drawback of d3 pawn is a target there. So this one becomes a target for black. Queen f3, queen h4. There's an alternative. Queen f6. Then Coat is the main alternative recommended by Grandmaster Victor Bologan, but it leads to black having defend an endgame down the bishop pair for nothing, which, although drawn, is not equal. My analysis suggests that the rare bishop g6 may be a good alternative. Maybe this one is a good one. But our main move is queen h4. Okay. Grandmaster Raymond Kaufman also suggests bishop g6. Let's see. Okay. And d4. So white can also take. Why not take? Take. Bishop f4. Take, then bishop f4. Do not take this pawn because of this covered attack. Alright, it's a blunder. So bishop f4. d4. C takes d4. Oh, black sacrifices a second pawn. So now black is two pawns down. But white's d pawns are isolated and doubled. So bishop b4. Now this is a discovered attack, attacking the white's d4 pawn and the rook on e1. Knight c3. It takes d4. Bishop e3. Queen d. Oops. d7. This one. Okay, c1. Bishop d6. So bishop d6 is a novelty. Rook a8 was played before in a email game, correspondence game. Hi, Coach Joel Banawa, International Master. Coach Joel Banawa is in the chat. Hello. Thank you for joining my show. Bishop d6. What's the theme? Yes, the martial attack. I want to start mapping out the martial attack as our main line against e4, e5. Okay. Boom, boom. Oops. Let's c5. Knight c5, trying to eat the queen. Okay. What's going on? Okay, let me go back. 20. Knight e4, bishop e5, knight here. Okay. Black down a pawn, but tremendous piece pressure, according to international master coach Joel Banawa. Yes, black has some pressure. Yeah, I mean, what's up with this? There's a rook. Trying to figure out, because it says here, after knight e4, bishop e5, knight c5, queen e7, then 23, d4, can just take the pawn on d4. Maybe there's something wrong with the Raymond Kaufman's book. There's no rook on d8. Oh man, I don't know. We'll see. Let's just stick with rook a e8. Maybe instead of rook a e8, it says here bishop to d6. Okay. All right, moving on. After 15 d4, let's go back to number 15. So instead of bishop takes d5, white can also play d4. On queen c7, g3, no, threatening to take the pawn in h2. g3, rook a e8, bishop e3, bishop e4, queen d1, here, boom boom, takes, d2, and c8. Okay, so Grandmaster Raymond Kaufman, not Raymond, but Larry Kaufman, sorry. Larry Kaufman this suggested queen c8, but there was a game where, two games where black played queen d7. So queen c8 is a novelty. But let's see. I guess queen c8, they're both controlling that c8 to h3 square. So to prevent a4, says here. So a4, b4, because if the queen here is on d7, says here after 20 queen c8 to prevent here, then b4, then c4. Yeah, I don't get it. Can black just take this one? I don't know. Okay. It's 20, knight d2, queen c8, knight f1, queen d7. Oh, weird. Queen d2, h6, bishop f4, bishop e7, queen d1, bishop g4. Then okay, according to Komodo Chess Engine, it's plus 0.29, so a third of a pawn. But I think black has enough compensation for the pawn with the bishop pair, and white having a bad bishop and with weak light squares near his king. The Lila Chess Zero, aka LCO chess engine, gives just plus 0.13, and black has drawn all 10 games from here. Wow. So black was able to draw the games, all 10 games, even though it's a pawn down. All right. So that means that the bishop pair is enough compensation to put pressure against white's kingside pawns. All right. King G3. After queen h4, okay, then g3. All right. What if black takes here? Very important. This is a piece. Let's also put g3. Queen takes f5, and takes. King f1, rook a8, threading into checkmate. Takes. Wondering if someone already played this game. No, this is a new position. Bishop e3, takes here, takes there. Queen h1, king e2. If king f2, then bishop g3. Exclamation mark. 2 exclamation points or mark. Oh, sorry. If, yes, king f2, bishop g3. Maybe the idea is here. If go is here, then check. And what about here? Queen h6. Queen a6, then queen g5. Maybe I can just play queen f1, check. First thing. Okay, let's turn on the stockfish to save time. Usually, it's good to analyze this one without using a computer. Let's see. Yikes. I'll play queen f1 here. The idea is if after king takes rook, then queen takes queen. Okay, queen f1 according to Stackfish 12, but surprisingly it's only minus 2, which means black is only up by 2 points, 2 pawns. Wow, okay. Alright. Still winning. I'm gonna put Stackfish 12. King f4. Okay. Alright, let's go back to what if white plays king e2. Queen takes g2. Queen takes g2, queen f2. Maybe rook takes e3, king takes e3, bishop no. No. After queen f2, then maybe queen g4. Or even queen g1. Yeah, queen g1 looks nice. Queen e2. Oh, so rook takes e2 check leads to perpetual check. Queen takes g2. Oh, it's not even queen takes g2 after here. King e2, then here. How is this perpetual check? Oh, here. Then there. And check. I don't know if it is perpetual check, because now if he goes here, then goes here, losing. Black is winning. So rook takes e3. I guess you gotta take. If king d2, then queen e1. Check. Then checkmate. That's interesting tactics. That's what's nice about martial attack. Black has this devastating attack if white commits one mistake like this. Why is this perpetual check? I don't know. Here? Queen g1? Oh, okay. Maybe that. Then check again. Because if I play here, then king just goes there. Okay, so maybe is that the reason? You just wanna turn on the stockfish for temporarily. Just wanna make sure that yes, queen e1 is the correct one. Queen e1 and king d4 is the best move. And queen g1, yes, we got it. We got the correct variation. Thank you stockfish for checking that variation. All right, so what else? Now we go to 15. Bishop takes d5. What about bishop takes d5? Okay. Okay, what are you gonna do? Bishop h2, king f1, rook a e8. Interesting. What if bishop e4? Then bishop takes e4. Ah, sorry. After king f1 it's not rook a e8 but bishop g4. Okay, makes sense. Attacking the queen. Now you have to go. Where can you go? Then black's idea is to retreat maybe the bishop, then followed by queen h1 checkmate. Queen e3, then bishop f4. It's crazy. Bishop to f4 gives black a better endgame. Wow, better endgame. How? Isn't the white just losing? Bishop f7. G3, f3. I don't know. Oh, maybe f3. Yeah, maybe f3 is the best move for white. Okay. Alright, let's go to the main line. After then queen h1. Ah, f3. Let's say f3 then queen g1. Okay. Now what? Then I can play here? No. Maybe just take. Yeah, take here. Oh no. What am I talking about? It's not f3. Queen is hanging. So I don't know what the author is trying to say. Maybe bishop f3 for white, because black has a mating threat on h1 at the same time trying to take the queen on e3. So maybe bishop f3 here. If for example after bishop f4 then g3. Oh, nice. Because after g3 this opens up white's diagonal, and now if black plays queen h1 then bishop takes queen. So maybe this is what Grandmaster Kaufman's talking about, like better endgame like this. We can check quickly. I'm gonna turn on the stockfish quickly. Then what is white's best move? According to stockfish, it's g3. There you go. G3. Nice. And black is still up by almost 2 pawns. negative 1.56, so 1.5 pawns. Or now it's 1.76. So okay, black's still better. All right. Queen h3. So queen h4, g3. Bishop to e, queen h3. Oh, okay, bishop h3. Then bishop to e3. Coat, white returns the gambit pawn to catch up in development and claim a tiny plus. Okay. Knight to d2. Rook a e8. Knight e4, bishop g4. Queen g2, queen takes, king takes, f5. Can I play f5? Okay, yeah, he did play f5. Then h3. Then maybe f takes here. Takes there, no. Ah, bishop h5. Bishop h5, bishop f4. Wow. Ah, because this knight cannot take the bishop because it's pinned. So bishop f4, I guess is okay. Bishop f4, g4. Ooh, fancy. Fancy. So black can take the e4 pawn. Queen g3. c4, take c4. Okay. Code has occurred about 200 times with white scoring about a par plus, but black can draw if he studies this position. The first game, Rajabov Dingliren. Oops. Happened in the final of the 2019 World Cup in Khanty-Mansisk. I don't know. Want to become okay? I don't want that. All right. Takes e4. What's going on here? Why are you giving me this? Okay. Rook e4. (27) a4. So here Rajabov was white, and Ding Liren, Chinese grandmaster, is black. Rook e2. Rook e2. It looks like 28 moves still line. A takes b5. A takes b5. Bishop takes, rook d1. Okay, now this is rook ending. If then take, okay. So one wing rook ending. So draw. So after 17, let's say 27, not 17. 27 move. What about f3? Instead of a4, f3. e2, takes c4, takes c4, takes b2, bishop a6, g5, e4. Well, okay, now it's a race. Pawns. Okay, I'm gonna checkmate white with one move. f4. Bishop f2, what are you talking about? Maybe bishop f1. King g6, h4, king f5, hg5. White cannot avoid a perpetual with, like for example here, check there. Okay, we're gonna be doing this all day. Let's check, let's keep on checking. Alright, cool. Good drawing line. And usually when you're black, you want to equalize first before you can try to win. So, okay. So let's go to the main line. Boom. To the main line of the main game between MVL and Levon Aronian. So here, MVL played bishop e3, rook f e8. Bishop takes d3. Bishop takes d3 is what happened in the game, game MVL versus Levon Aronian. But what? Rook f e8 is what no. Okay, rook f e8 is what happened. But rook f d8. What about rook f d8? It says here. It's a good alternative. Okay, if a4. Okay, so this is a novelty. Rook f d8. a4, h6. 20 h4. Okay, I think my queen is in the incorrect square. Oh, okay, so sorry. 16. After here, it's bishop takes d3. Okay, so that's why I was wondering, like, why bishop takes d3 is the main move. Why is like rook f e8? Just gonna delete this one. Delete. Bishop takes d3, knight d2, queen f5. Okay, at least after white played bishop e3, gave up the pawn, and black was able to get the pawn back. And queen f5, bishop d4, rook f e8. So there's an alternative for black, rook f d8. a4, h6, h4, rook ac8, queen f5. Okay, what if white takes the pawn? Okay, code was seen in two previous games by Ding Liren. So martial attack is one of the Chinese superstar Grandmaster Ding Liren's favorite opening against the e4. Because he played a lot of games with the martial attack. Okay, so instead of a b5, queen f5, then bishop f5, knight e4. Says here, according to Komodo Chess Engine, plus 0.05, very small advantage. And from the Lila Chess Engine, or LCO, it's plus 0.21. Very small, slight advantage for white. Okay. So after... Okay, queen f5. b5, let's see. Oh, okay, they continued it after bishop f5, knight e4, bishop f8. What about c5? Black can also play c5. Knight d6, d6. Bishop e5, rook d7. c4. c4? Okay. Trying to, I guess, kick the knight out of the d5 square. Knight b4, takes, c takes. Then c4. Okay, so black just sacrificed a pawn. It's crazy. Okay, knight d3. In exchange, black knight was able to get a good outpost on d3. I know it's kind of risky to sacrifice a pawn in the endgame. Okay, maybe rook e2, bishop g4, rook e3. Let's see. Okay. According to Komodo Chess Engine, this is plus 0.03. And to Lila Chess Zero Engine, Chess Engine, it's plus 0.17. Quote, after trading on e5 and playing g7 to g6, black should have little trouble drawing despite white's extra but double pawn. Okay, got it. '23. So after 22, bishop f8. Instead of c5, bishop f8. Knight c5, okay. Knight b4, wow, okay. So if white takes, then takes. So after knight b4, I'd play rook e5. g6, no, g6. Protecting the bishop on f5. Takes. Oops. Okay, so it's c takes b5. Opening this c file for the black rook. Whoa, computer move 96. That's crazy. Another computer move, I guess. Or I mean, what's the point of playing 96? Takes here, then takes here. What's the third match between Rajabov and Ding Liren? Kanti-Mansisk 2019. Wow. Black has to lose a pawn, but 29. Knight c2. It's a novelty. Rook c1, knight takes d4. Oops. Knight takes d4, c takes d4, e5, rook c7, bishop g7, bishop here, rook d5. Okay. Coat should draw due to bishops of opposite color, whereas rook takes c8. Where's that? 29. Instead of knight c2. If rook takes c8, then as played by Ding Liren, this is what happened in the game between Liren and Rajabov. Left the bishops on the same color, making the draw problematic, and he ultimately lost. Oh, that sucks. I think that's the game that Timur Rajabov won to become the World Chess Cup champion by tiebreak. Not sure. But it's not recorded here. It's weird. I want to see their game. This. Oh, there you go. Got it. Got the move. So this is what happened on their game, which Rajabov won. I'm just gonna replay it fast. Takes here, boom. Bishop g7, bishop e7. c6, a2, and g8. g2, 6, b3, b5, b5, a6. Wow, nice move. Cuts off the black rook from defending this pawn. Now you're not defending it anymore. Nice move. And now white is threatening to play king g6 to prevent the black from escaping. It's creating a mating net. Okay. Also, white also has that plan. Okay, good. All right, so let's go back to the main line. 19, a4. And this opening is deep, this line, which I like about the Kaufman Repertoire. Rook f e8 is the instead of rook f d8. Rook f e8 was played by Aronian. King g2. Okay, a4. So here, Grandmaster Larry Kaufman suggests king g2. In the game, MVL played a4. So I'm gonna put. Alright. No. Okay. Okay. Code, I should point out that Lichess 0 engine gives both this king g2, both this move and h4 around plus 0.40. And white does score a par 55% from here, so I would seriously consider the above suggestion of bishop g6, 14 bishop g6, which has a 50% score. 20 out of 20 games draws with bishop g6 on the 14th move. 1-4. Okay, so after 20 h4, king g2. No. 19 a4 8-6, then king g2. This is the line. Delete that. Okay, h4 instead of king g2. This is what Lichess 0 and Komodo suggests. Bishop f5. No, bishop f8. What if, if white plays rook takes e1, rook takes e1, queen f3, knight f3. Oh, MVL versus Levon Aronian in different tournament. Stavanger. Bishop g6 and bishop e5. Yeah. Instead of bishop e5, a takes b5. Grandmaster Larry Kaufman suggests a takes b5, a takes b5, and knight e5 with a slight advantage for white. So 23, a takes b5. So h4, bishop f8. So what happened is h4, bishop f8. Instead of rook takes e1, bishop f8 was the main move. So bishop f8 is the main move. Then a takes b5, a takes b5, and knight e4. No, it's a different one. After a takes b5, then rook takes e1. Then rook takes e1, then e takes b5. Okay, equal. This is equal position. Right. Alright. Almost there. Almost there. So h4 was suggested by chess engine Komodo and Grandmaster Larry Kaufman, but King G2 was played. Queen F3, Knight F3, Rook AC8. Quote, white has a slight plus score and positive computer evaluation here, but his edge is tiny, surely subpar, and black should not have trouble holding. This seems to be the best he can achieve against the Marshall, which is why Aronin and Carlson play the Marshall against other top pros when they can. Most, if not all, other defenses to e4 allow white larger plus than this one. Wow. Cool. And that's what the computer says. And Grandmaster Larry Kaufman too. According to Chess Engine Komodo and Grandmaster Larry Kaufman, Marshall is the best defense. E4 against e4, e5 is the best defense for black. And this is why. So a takes e5, a takes b5, rook a6. Bishop takes d5. C takes. Boom boom. Rook e6. e6. Bishop e5. Bishop takes. Okay, takes. Knight takes e5. So bishop e5. Rook takes e5. Wow. It's not bishop takes e5, because if bishop takes e5, this looks bad against black, because now white has a nice powerful knight, whereas black's bishop is bad. Why? By definition, if you have the same color, your bishop has the same color of your central pawns or the pawns, then it's bad. But here, rook takes e5, then rook takes d6. Bishop e4, g4, h4, h5. It's according to Komodo Chess Engine 0.00. Komodo 0.0. Alright. So what else? 3 knight d2. (23) knight to d2. Knight c7. I'm wondering if someone already played this game. Okay, no, still a novelty. Rook e3, it's new. Bishop f5 equal. And 23, king g1. Bishop f5. Rook e8, it takes. Rook a6, knight e7, knight d2, rook d8, bishop b6, bishop c7. If takes, then rook takes d2. Okay, it didn't take. But if takes, then rook takes d2. If bishop takes bishop, then rook takes knight. But instead, after bishop c7, no, white played that to defend the knight on d2. c5, okay, 7, bishop d6. So according to Komodo Chess Engine, it's plus 0.06, minuscule, almost equal position. White's pieces are a bit more active, so he is for choice, but it's nearly equal. Okay. And so what was rook a6 on move 23rd was played by MVL. Rook a6 takes e1, takes e1, knight e1, knight c7, rook b6, bishop f5, bishop c2, bishop e6, bishop e4, knight d5, rook a6, e4. Black could have played bishop f8 too, according to Grandmaster Larry Kaufman. on c4. So b4, c4. Here, there, take. Okay, exchanges. Boom, 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 boom. Takes. Okay, another exchange knight. All right. Takes. King here. h4. Okay, so draw was agreed in this position. So hope you guys learned something today. It's a martial attack against e4, e5, and don't forget, you can also, when you're watching this on YouTube, I mean, it's a long line, but it's worth it to review this line. Don't forget that you can also rewind and fast forward this video. I'm gonna do that because that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. So when I'm studying like the martial attack and I'm tired, I don't have my computer, I can just look at my YouTube video and review it, fast forward, rewind as many times as I need. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to my Twitch, YouTube, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.